Good evening, I'm Kathleen Barkley.
And I'm David Bacon. Thank you for joining us. On this chilly evening, our top story comes from the Park and Rec. A staple softball tournament, which serves as an economic boost for Abilene, could be no more. The reason? Participants are not permitted to consume alcohol during the event.
KRBC's Jessica Rank shows us how the city is trying to change the ordinance and keep the tournament and help boost the Abilene economy. That is tonight's top story. Since 1994, softball teams from all over Texas have descended on Abilene for one weekend at the end of summer. The LULAC softball tournament bringing family, friends, and money to the key city.
It's quite lucrative. It's great for our community. Generates, in the last 4 years, a little over $600,000.
But as Debbie Schultz from the Visitors Bureau says, the tournament hasn't always had eyes for Abilene. Over the years, San Angelo has made plays to move the tournament south, offering the teams what Abilene couldn't: alcohol.
Anytime that there's a group that wants something they can't have and they can find it somewhere else, that's a threat.
A threat that could disappear. The city's Parks and Recreation Board recommending alcohol be allowed at city properties when rented by the public, including the tournament site, Nelson Park.
This year, they only agreed to host it for 1 year, and we assume that might have been part of the reason to see how this ordinance came out. So our hope is that we will be able to keep them here and sign a long-term contract with them.
The Parks and Rec Board also saying the ordinance would keep the alcohol in one place.
It is prohibited from consuming alcoholic beverages out in the parking lot. Well, guess what? It goes on. And it goes on. To include them in there, allow them to sell beer at their events, so that people won't feel like they've got to bring it in the trunk of their car in big coolers and go out there and do it.
An ordinance that would also impact rec centers, activity buildings, and more. In Abilene, Jessica Rank, KRBC, Abilene's local news. All right, thanks, Jessica. Now, right now, the only city properties allowing the sale of alcohol when rented by the public are the Abilene Zoo and Festival Gardens. The ordinance now moves on to City Council for consideration.